At the August 26th censure meeting, former Mayor April Verlato opened public comments with an explosive 2-minute rant. While she was supposed to use the 2 minutes to oppose the censure and defend Mayor Sharon Kwan, she instead used the time to unleash her personal frustration over her failed campaign and her resentment and grudges against the unions for withdrawing their endorsement. She attacked our first responders, calling firefighters and police jerks, on top of her usual label, special interest groups.
Those are the threats that I got from these jerks back here behind us because they want to line their pockets with the taxpayer dollars. That's all this is about. It's disgusting. That's why they're here. They made a very good job of buying off Councilmember Chang when he was running and making sure David Fu would say what he needed to say to support those unions.
She twisted the so-called online stalker incident, falsely blaming a union member and calling them an idiot. And out of nowhere, she even hinted an affair with a police captain, something never raised in the online troll posts, but shared in her own speech. Maybe it's just a case of a guilty conscience betrays itself.
We had one of them make up a fake Instagram account, and the idiot used a city email address to do it. About how I'm having an affair with the city manager and an affair with one of the captains.
It was unprofessional, out of control, driven by grudges. So why did she lose it? 3 reasons. Unions didn't back her or her allies in the last election. They backed her opponents. Unions won a market fair raise contract of 6% each year over 3 years, a deal she and Sharon Kwan fought hard against to retaliate for the union's endorsement of their opponents. Her doom prediction collapsed. She said the raises would bankrupt the city. Instead, city staff delivered a balanced budget with a positive $2 million, which was so hard for her and Sharon Kwan to swallow. That's why they repeatedly attacked the budget and city staff with false claims.
The last time we were here before the council, we were talking about $2 and $3 million deficits in the fiscal year 24-25 budget. I'm happy to report that we now show a positive expected fund balance for the fiscal year 24-25. It's not a huge positive, it's $34,000. If you look at the bottom of the middle column there, that's what we now expect to happen, is that we will have $34,000 more of revenue than we have in expenditures, but that's far better than $2 or $3 million in deficits. How did we achieve that? We kept programs in place, we kept services in place, but we looked for areas for savings and all of that. And we also had some revenue enhancements that we weren't expecting. So everything has been positive on both sides of the ledger. You see that in some respects, we started out even this year $2 million better than we expected to. So you really have a $4.2 million swing from when we looked at the amended budget in the mid-year to what we're looking at now. So, and $4.2 million is a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but in a $100 million budget, it's not a significant swing. So we're talking about big dollars, so small changes add up pretty quickly in our fund.
As explained by the city manager, with a $100 million budget, a $2 million swing is normal. Staff gave Sharon the breakdown she asked for. She said she couldn't open the file for 3 months, then admitted she never read the hard copy either, and still blamed staff.
Dominic sent me the email 3 months ago. I can never open the attachment. I asked again and again. I can never open the attachment. Finally, at the meeting, he knows I'm going to bring it up. Hands me a paper. You can't open the attachment. I made a printout for you. I haven't even looked at the printout, you know?
Using her own words, Sharon Kwan challenging the budget was never about demanding transparency and answering to constituents, but because of the contracts and endorsements.
What it has to do with is the contracts. We're still here about the contracts. We've got about, 30 union members here?
And it is very sad to see that Sharon Kwan became the ultimate sacrifice to April Verlato's personal and political revenge, a reminder of how far hatred and grudges can poison our city's leadership.